Okay, the Luigi's Mansion video popped off way more than I expected it to. Never in my life would I have thought I could make a video that would gain this much traction in only the span of about a month. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you to the people who watched it, thank you to the creators of the Iceberg image, and thanks to everyone who genuinely really enjoyed it. It really does mean a lot, even if I feel like I could have done better. Upon rendering and uploading the video, it dawned on me that I probably got quite a bit of things wrong. But in my defense, I was kind of making a deadline for myself. I did nothing for Halloween this year, I didn't even really play any horror games, so I wanted to try getting something done for it. As the video grew, I got plenty of comments that weren't afraid to tell me what I got wrong. Some weren't afraid to tell me that they straight up hated me. Not only because of my ignorance, but some people just hated my voice. I think I even got a comment complaining about how I'm not British. What an insult. Because of this, and by some people's request, I wanted to make a follow-up video talking about and explaining the stuff I either couldn't explain, or I didn't explain well, with the help of everyone. To start, Vincent van Gogh painting the ghosts isn't a theory, it's completely true, the game even states it. The theory part is that he did it to create a family, I was simply misreading information. The Luigi's Shoelaces part is actually referring to this being the only time Luigi's model has had shoelaces. I had never even noticed that. Okay, this comment says I forget to mention the ending graphics were unused, and I guess? I suppose my wording wasn't too clear. What I said was, originally upon beating the game there would be a so, my bad. For depictions of ghosts before death, there are apparently some paintings throughout the mansion of humans that look just like the ghosts before death. Okay, I get that, but does that actually mean the Game Boy Horror was lying about Chauncey specifically? Why would it? Is he the only baby ghost? Also, if the mansion was made by the Boos, are the paintings real? Or are they just there for added creepiness? I personally still don't really know what to think about it all. Oh, but my bad, I think my point is invalid because Mr. Mario Hell came to my video and said, "A portrait ghost is a ghost that was supposed to be in a painting. Never trust fucking Wikipedia." You know, you have a point. I'm sorry. For the out of bounds coin part, apparently the cutting room floor says this is most likely a HUD element. To be honest, I don't know how this is a thing I can forget to mention when it's just speculation anyway. Something I missed that I actually feel stupid about is the reused Mario 64 samples. When you pick up a Mario item, it plays the noise of jumping into a painting. On top of that, apparently the final boss's Shifting Sandland sample if you listen close enough, but that I don't really feel bad about missing. Apparently 2 people pointed out I got the full Space World FMV section wrong. They proved me wrong by saying, yeah, it's real. Someone said it exists but it's lost media, someone said they saw it years ago so it's out there somewhere, but wherever I researched, I couldn't find anyone saying it's lost media or it ever existed somewhere, so I'll apologize for that. Apparently in earlier builds of Luigi's Mansion, it stated that the mansion was an old haunted tourist attraction and Gadd was the only one living there. I suppose that was scrapped and instead got replaced with a lore about the Boos forming the mansion. I think. I hope I'm right. Please tell me I'm right. A short correction for the astrology room bit. Maybe it's here because of how huge and vast it is, and how there's no physical way the mansion could contain this. I don't know. So, when I talked about the how Mario was captured section, I jokingly said, or maybe King Boo can just turn people into paintings. I was right. You see, the one thing I should have mentioned before the video truly started was that I've only ever beat the first game. I haven't beat Dark Moon, and I've never even played Luigi's Mansion 3, let alone watched anything about it. But apparently in 3, it's confirmed that King Boo can simply turn people into paintings. That's a really weird power to have. One thing I got wrong was the October 30th, 2000 build. What if I told you that build was the only one to feature the beta game over screen and Nintendo added it to the E3 2001 trailer as a cover-up? Allegedly, when a play tester played this build and got to the game over screen, they were so traumatized that they took their own life. In the end, Nintendo took it from the game and lied to the gaming community that it was never there to begin with. But that's what they want you to believe. But would you listen to the company that made a Mario sex ed video?
Hello, Mario.
For outside the mansion, there's 2 things people have been telling me. One is the fact that the ladder in Gadd's lab was likely supposed to go out to the outside of the front of the mansion. I really should have pieced that together, so that's my bad. Along with this, some people have said there's a cave that isn't modeled but is able to be walked on. There's a Swanky Box video on it, check it out. But speaking of Gadd's lab, when you land on Gadd's head, Luigi starts to shiver. It's a funny little thing I forgot to talk about. A quick thing I missed was some info on the Mario model in Pikmin. Apparently it was a leftover from the Mario 128 tech demo that was turned into Pikmin. Still doesn't really have to do with Luigi's Mansion though. Then again, some people said it might be because there's a Pikmin trailer in the game. Don't really know why that would cause a Mario model to be in there though. And another quick thing is the section about the 24-hour time limit. It actually may be referring to the commercial for the game saying,
"You've got one night to save Mario from the supernatural."
To be fair, the game does take place in one night, but maybe some people thought the game had a time limit. One thing people really noticed me missing is the Death of Bowser section. I will admit I didn't talk about this one enough, I simply passed it off as theories. To explain better, Madame Clairvoyant states, "Ah, the spirits return to me, I see, I see. I see your dear Mario, the scene appears before me. What is this? Bowser, how can this be? I see the hideous form of Bowser. Is Bowser somewhere in the mansion? I cannot believe it, and yet I see it. I thought that Mario had soundly defeated Bowser. Has King Vu somehow revived Bowser?" She says revived, implying Bowser died previously and King Boo brought him back to life. When I passed this part off as theories, I was referring to people theorizing when he died just because of how low it is on the iceberg. I did this very poorly, so I apologize for that. And finally, the thing that many people noticed that they would not let go of no matter what was the Daisy poster. When the video first came out, my friend was the first one to point it out to me, so I quickly went and made a pinned comment pointing that out, plus another thing I got wrong. Apparently, that wasn't enough, because no one read that comment and people started to point out the Daisy poster. Unfortunately, as people made more comments, I edited the pinned comment to say more things that I missed, but doing that unpinned it, so no one could get the memo of what I already knew I missed. But even after repinning it, made the text bold, even saying in the description to check the pinned comment, people still wouldn't stop talking about the Daisy poster. So finally, I can explain this properly, and people can stop freaking out about this. The Daisy poster wasn't actually made up. It's the unused test image in the game's files of Daisy from Mario Tennis. But that's really all there is to that. That's all. I apologize for missing that. And that's all I have to say on the matter. I won't make another video about this, so if there are any future corrections, I will simply state them in the pinned comment on this video. Please read it this time. Thank you for the support on the Iceberg video, it once again really does mean a lot. I plan on making more in-depth commentary videos soon, including another Iceberg video. Until then, see you later.
Wow.